Before you watch any other video on YouTube about dumpster rental businesses, I'm here to tell you that not everybody's the same. Not every person's business, their market, their capital, their knowledge, everything, it's just not the same. If you watch my channel at all, this is the first business I've started on my own where I'm trying to scale it up to grow it in a healthy way that's not overstretching, it's not over leveraging. There's a lot of things, there's many things, most things I don't know. I'm growing slowly in what I do know, oftentimes the hard way, sometimes the easy way, learning from others, asking wisdom from other people. There's other people on YouTube that are serial entrepreneurs. They're not just starting a dumpster rental business for the first time. They're starting a dumpster rental business with years of experience in other industries, other businesses in general business practices, and understanding how things operate. They're coming with a wealth of knowledge. I don't have that. I have a binge-worthy watching of YouTube videos of many different people in many different industries, learning from them. I have my own personal experience here, and I'm trying to share that information with you. Something that I think is a concern for me as a position, it's not day one for me, but it's also not, 20 years down the road. A concern that I have, and the disclaimer, I guess it goes both ways. If you're taking information from somebody who's like myself, I'm not 10 years into the business. I'm not 10 years into any business. There might be somebody else who, like most of the people on YouTube or talking about dumpsters and those things, maybe they're new to dumpsters, but they're not new to business. And they have a pretty good indication of what kind of works and what doesn't, generally at least, in business, just in general, working, providing value to customers for a price. I think it's important to calibrate your thinking of who you're watching and what you're getting out of it and what you're taking to heart as absolute and what's an opinion. I think pretty much everybody says, hey, this is my opinion, this is what works for me in my area. I'm sharing that with the world. I would just encourage you, just with what I've seen people say in comments and different things across the whole YouTube dumpster sphere, consider if you hear something from me of what I say works or has worked for me or what I'm planning to do. I'm a couple years into the business and I'm hungry to learn, but that does not mean I've got it all figured out. Honestly, I don't know who does have it all figured out, but there's others who are further down the road that maybe you would be more advantageous to take what they say as gospel, as absolute precision truth. And the danger with that can be, and I believe has been for some people, is they think, well, if they say it, it must be true for me too. Even with people saying, hey, this is my opinion. Hey, this is just what works for me. Hey, this is what I'm starting to see after this many months or years of doing it this way. This is what is functional for me. You can get into the weeds by following somebody who's younger in business, younger in dumpsters, follow what they do, but they don't have the track record to go off of, the data to prove themselves, to themselves and the world, I guess. They're a local market too. They don't have the time. And so taking information from somebody younger in the business, I'm just sharing this to give you hopefully the pause to consider who you're listening to, what you're taking from them on the younger side of business and the older side of business. I think there can be a disconnect on both areas. Somebody who's been in business for a long time, more recently getting into dumpsters, I think there can be a disconnect of what it truly is like and what the financial obstacles are, or logistic, the beginning barriers that it takes to get through the business at the beginning. I think there can be a disconnect with people who have been in business for a very, very long time. It's very simple for them. It's they have their checklist, they go through their processes, everything's in place. It's very simplified, and I think some things can fall through the cracks. And so for a beginner who doesn't know anything about business, you're quitting your job, you're getting into this business for the first time, and you want to work for yourself and do your own thing. Awesome. But I think there can be some bridges that just don't go all the way across for the person who is much more experienced, unless they're very tactical about how they bring you the information. I think it can be problematic, I'll just say that, for the person, because they say, well, you just do this, and work for yourself and figure it out. Okay, well, I'm closer to the person at the very beginning than maybe a more experienced business person is, years and years and years. And I'm still more aware of the beginning struggles, the processes that have to happen. I think there's a need for people who watch YouTube, or people who are doing it, to kind of calibrate. That's all I'm urging you to do. Big or small, more experienced or not, I really don't care. Calibrate what information you're getting from who. The person who's directly one step in front of you isn't going to be able to say, oh, by the way, there's like 10 things that come up in the next 2 steps. If you follow them, absolutely to a T, everything they say is absolutely correct, you're going to be learning the hard way, just a step behind them. If you take information from the person who's 35 steps in front of you or something, they're going to be able to say, oh, by the way, between where you're at and me, there's about 13 different things that happen. And these are the obstacles you're gonna have to get over. And this is the process of how to, okay, well, they're not going to be able to get you the more tactical, detailed information. It's going to be more of a summary, in my opinion, and what I've seen on YouTube. It's a little bit more broader when they're much higher up above in knowledge, information, business experience, all those things. It's much broader of a scope that they're looking at. It's a little bit less tactical, and so I don't know if I'm gonna get roasted in the comments or not, or if you even care. This is my disclaimer to you. If you are looking into dumpster rental businesses, or to start your own, you're looking at other people to watch on YouTube or anywhere, consider where you're getting the information from. Calibrate. Are they like 2 steps in front of me? Are they 100 steps in front of me? What does this look like? And take it with a grain of salt if you need to. I hope this has helped. Let me know what you think in the comments. Nothing but love from me. This is not me upset at larger creators or this or that or whatever. I'm simply just sharing. If you have been listening to me as if everything I say is the absolute truth for you and your situation and everything, and I'm just a couple steps in front of you, please stop that. I don't know everything. I've made that pretty clear on my channel here, but I hope this is a help to you, for you to consider this. If you're finding new creators, if you're you've only watched the same person, I don't know. It doesn't even matter. Calibrate. Have a great day, guys. Stay safe.